Hello everybody, my name is Will. Welcome back to Flyout Community Creations, the show where we fly out community creations. Today we're starting off with the Aquacalypto, which is genuinely huge. I mean, there's Jimmy. It is really, really big. This could be an interesting one to fly. Now, the person who made this submitted 3 designs. I'll get their name, hang on. Wow, okay, that has not helped me at all. It's Hernshausen? I don't know, something along those lines. They submitted 3 designs. I chose this one because it looked the most out there. I think it can land in water. Maybe we'll get to water. I don't know. I feel like we should probably take off from the runway because it looks like it can. We're just going to fly it. I have also just read right now that there is a warning on this telling me to practice before I fly it. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, let's try and take off in direct contradiction to what they asked me to do. This is really, really quiet for some reason. There we go. Now we're getting some audio. So there's a couple of special controls. I don't really know what they do, and we should be able to pull up now, they say? Yep, there we go. Okay, I think we're going to need some trim here. And it can land on the water. It doesn't look like it's going to be a particularly long time. There's some water over in this direction, so we will try and get it over to the ocean and give that a shot. But there's like a... Can I turn this light off? I can decrease the landing light strength with that. There we go. Great. Okay. I was getting a little bit blinded. I don't know how that blue engine effect is done. That's quite cool. I didn't know you could color engine exhausts, or if it's maybe it's just a big lamp. I don't really know. But it flies pretty well, to be honest. I was warned about it, but I don't see... I mean, I guess that rudder is a little bit dangerous. That's nothing too bad. We're all good. And then there's 2 controls which I'm assuming are to do with this circle in the middle, which is the aqua elevator. This is probably not a good idea to do midair, but... it's for diving, like when you're on the water. That's like a submarine's... Yeah, that makes sense. English has failed me, but I understand what it's for. Okay, that's for when we're in the water, which makes sense. It is called the Aqua Lift. And it is supersonic. Ever so slightly supersonic, which is somewhat surprising. It doesn't feel like it would be. I'm going to try and get some altitude so that we can build up some speed and get all the way over there, because that is a lake, and we can land on that, hopefully, if I don't suck. Frankly, I was warned about the flying of this thing. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with this in terms of flight. I don't have any difficulties with it at all. So don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt that you can build something that I can fly. Also, don't doubt me. That's rude. There's no cockpit on this thing, by the way. There are some guns, though, I've just seen. There's guns? So there are. Okay, fair enough. I didn't even consider that there might be guns on this. It just doesn't feel like a very gun plane, you know? It does look really cool, though. I mean, I don't know where you got the inspiration. Obviously, it's like a lifting body, but it's very, very unique. We also have some flares off the side here as I descend. Hopefully, we can actually land this thing, because it's taken a while to get here. I don't want to crash now. Okay, here we go. We are leading for a water landing. I don't know what kind of a speed our stall is going to be. I can imagine it's probably still quite fast, but we're going to be touching down in water, so we don't want to be going too quickly to prevent, obviously, the drag pulling the nose down and under. So, I mean, the landing gear are all the way at the back, so maybe our stall speed is better than I expect. We're just going to take it by ear here and feel the stall speed, I think. And, okay, right, that is a little concerning. Okay, please, don't crash now. Give us some more beans. Oh, this is too much of a descent rate, I think. Oh, Oh, something exploded. Something definitely exploded. I don't know what. I mean, we look okay. Okay. I mean, I've not done the best job, but we are in the water. And then if we turn on the engines again, it takes a second to spool up, but we should be able to gain some speed, which will lift us up. Ooh, whoa, we're actually not in a particularly deep bit of water. I'm glad we don't have a particularly long keel to worry about. And then we can adjust our... Oops, oh. I overdid it. I was playing around with the water elevator. No, not a good idea. We're back in the water. I have not had any little explosions. We need to turn it to full extent and reduce as I see fit. I'll just leave it on full for now. Slowly increase the throttle and observe how the plane reacts, I guess. Okay, there we go. We have some movement. We need to wait until the rear elevators come out of the water before we do the main elevator. I mean, everything looks okay. Give her some beans. Let her build up some speed. We're just going to keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I mean, we are out of the water at this point. I don't know if flaps do anything. I don't see any visual flaps. 660. Come on. Can we get out of the water? 700. It's... Ooh, there we go. We got it. Okay, there we go. That's how you do that. You just need a bit of a long run up, which I mean, it makes sense. You've got the rear, which is going to be pushing down into the water, so that makes sense. Well, there you go. I think that's all of the tricks up this thing's sleeve. So this has been the Aquacalypto. Once again, this was designed by Hernzausen, I think. Hernzausen. Thank you very much for your submission, but that's all for this one. Moving on. Next up, we have something completely different, designed by Dogeman. This is the DFB not 066, just the 66, which is just a little passenger aircraft. What makes this thing a little bit strange is it has a very unusual seat configuration. So you've got 2, 2, 2, rather than your usual like either 3, 3 or 2, 2, which is strange for a little tiny regional jet like this. And look how stubby it is. It's tiny. And we got a number of controls, but I'll show you those once we get onto the runway. Okay, here we are on the runway. Whoa, it's rotating. It's rotating. The wheels are not changing the fact that it's rotating. Okay, brakes are also not doing anything. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. We have a cargo door that's on quote, which is that, I think. What? Okay. Well, there's the cargo door. Why is that so loud? There's also an APU door, which is, I don't know where that is. I can't see it. We'll just open the cargo door again. I don't know if that's quite working as intended there. It has stopped the rotation this time and not exploded, so that's good. We've got spoilers. Yep, there you go. Those are your things that you do when you're landing. Cool. Semicolon for the main doors. There we go. Very nice. And we got wing route lights. There they are. Normal lights on the wingtips. Ooh, yeah, satisfying. Flickering. Flickering doesn't feel like it should be the right word. Right, we should probably try and take this thing off. I don't think this is going to be the one, though, for that. I think we'll respawn it. Okay, here we go. We're going to hopefully... Whoa! Okay, I've given her too many beans, I think. What? Oh, there we go. Okay, we're back. We are back. Let us be a little bit more calm. Full flaps, full power, they say. And then they give me a mile per hour number, but I've got kilometers per hour in the game, so I don't know exactly the conversion, but we can work it out. And are they definitely full flaps for takeoff? This feels... We're not accelerating very quickly. I don't know if we're going to reach 250 miles an hour before we reach the end of the runway. Come on. Come on. Give us some more beans. We're going to need quite a lot more speed than this one. Maybe I should have gone full flaps later. Can we lift off? Ooh, I mean, we gave her a stall. That wasn't quite how you're meant to do that, but we are in the air. We can retract away our landing gear. Those are... Ooh, they're slow. I mean, it's a commercial airliner. Of course they're slow, but, you know, they are slow. There we go. We are now properly in flight and giving her just way too many beans here. I'm really confused where that APU door is. Presumably, like, somewhere around here? I do not know. I can't see it. So we got a couple of warnings of the pulling too many G's will rip off the wings, apparently. Obviously, you know, I never do things that people tell me not to do, so we obviously won't be doing that in this flight. And other than that, obviously, it's commercial airliner. You fly up to high altitude, you turn off the APUs, and then you go chilling. Where is the... Is this one the APU? I assume that's the APU there. There's the APU door. There we go. We found it. I'm sorry, I don't know much about commercial airliners. I didn't know that's what an APU door was. So we just turn this bad boy off. And boom. There you go. Now we're cruising. Okay, but there you go. That's our little commercial airliner. I really like the idea of this. Oh, hi, Jim. I really like the idea of this little thing. I think it is really adorable. And it is well built. I've not really built passenger airliners in this game because it's kind of hard to get the energy right. But this kind of hits the nail on the head of competitor to the big two. This kind of feels like how a lot of... I can't remember what it's called, but I swear there was like a... I can't remember who it was, but there was like a German commercial airliner. It might have even been Messerschmitt that was like... kind of along this energy, but the engines were above the wing, and I can't remember the name of it to save my life. But anyway, let's head on back, because there's not too much else to show off with this one, and we'll see if we can land it. I did such a good job taking off. Oh, also, sorry passengers, I am banking a little harder than you might normally in a commercial jet. Does feel weird actually trying to fly properly. I'm so used to like fighters in this game where I can set up for a landing like there, but in this thing I'm gonna have to actually be careful and drop my speed way early and get on a glide slope and stuff. Oh, this isn't my normal comfort zone. To distract you from my hideously awful approach, which is definitely going to require a go-around, I really appreciate when we've got animations for the landing gear like this. I kind of wish I could learn how to properly time these things. I don't really know how people do it, but you can see as soon as these extend, these gear bay doors are going to swing shut after them, which is super nice. It's just neat. It's neat. And I don't know how you do it. And yeah, we're gonna need to go around. This is not good. Okay, this is a little bit better, and the crosswind isn't quite as extreme. So hopefully we can actually touch down this time without having to worry about absolutely messing everything up. If we just turn this off, it's giving us a little bit too many beans right now. We need to have a little bit less speed so that we can lose more altitude without having to do an aggressive dive. And just a bit more engine power here. Get the nose up slightly. Come on. We can do this. We can land properly. We can be good. Oh, it's starting to kind of almost rain, I think. It's the weirdest rain I've ever seen, but it is here. And I've dropped the oh no. Well, there you go. Perfectly successful landing, as I always do, and you are all aware of the fact that I do. And yep. That was the DFB 66. Thank you so much for that submission. Sorry for crashing it on landing. Whoops. Quick shout out to this MD11 design as well from Dogeman as well. It's also incredible, and It actually looks really, really good. I picked the other one because it was a little bit more goofy, but I am quite a fan of these like McDonnell Douglas designs, even if they did like kill everybody who flew on them. I think is how it's meant to be described. I think that's accurate. But yeah, we're not going to fly this one as well. Don't really want two of the same person in one video. Next up, we have Pi's MiG-34 fun size. I mean, look at it. This is like a KSP plane I built back in the day, you know? There's not a full interior for this, which means it's joining every other design we've shown so far in not having a cockpit to show off, which is normally something I forget. So I really appreciate you guys all submitting things where I don't need to worry about forgetting that. This does have 4 required mods. Unfortunately, the Flyout Discord has completely broken in the weeks that this got submitted since, so I can't download those. So fingers crossed it still works without them. There's also a series of controls that was meant to come with this in the description. However, the description for me is empty, so I don't know where those have gone. So I don't know how to fly this thing, and I don't know if I can fly this thing, but we're gonna give it a damn good try. Apparently it's delightful to fly. Let's have a look, shall we? And, I mean, yeah, half-modeled cockpit, and, it is... it is so small. You don't really notice until you're on the runway. You're not even within the landing. Your wingspan is smaller than the track of some of the planes that you've been taking off this video. I mean, it definitely still flies. We've got fully modeled gear bay doors, which are really, really tight to the gear, and those are nice. Little intakes on the bottom. Obviously, 6 of these AIM-9, so we can take out a fair few AIs here. The agility is pretty darn good. We're dropping quite a lot of speed because we are still very, very heavy. We've got 20 minutes of fuel with full afterburner, which isn't too bad. And if we drop this, do we have a bit more agility? Yeah. Some kind of a gun here. That looks like a fast-firing either 23 or a 30 mil, probably a 30 mil. Let's get a couple of target drones spawned in, and we'll shoot some people down. Currently being outsped by a target drone. Target drone's probably also bigger than me. However, it doesn't have 6 IR missiles. Also, flares. Look how big those flares look. Just realised I had the flaps out still. Don't know how I keep doing that, but there you go. And there we go. There's one missile, and we might fire another one for good luck, but yeah, why not? It was locked onto our other missile, so it probably wasn't going to hit. Never mind, it hit. And there is one more target drone behind us. What we do, we'll go vertically up, which is, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing has a greater than 1-to-1 thrust-to-weight ratio. And then we can drop the throttle down and slot in behind it with a nice little loop-de-loop. Look at all the G's we're pulling. Slotting in above the target drone. Well, why not? Let's try this deflection shot. It should have enough G's on the missile. Yeah! They're way more agile than I thought they were for some reason. I've always been treating them basically like AIM-9Bs, but Clearly a little bit more agile than that. Enemy surface-to-air missile over there. Let's see, can we avoid some missiles? We're going to have to be careful. We're going to have to be careful. Oh, look, it's got little question marks on it. Since when? I thought it had a blue box that said missile, but no, it's... That's weird. I've never seen that before. Let's drop a little bit of speed so that we're in a better agility range. And we're going to wait. And then we're going to give it some hefty maneuvering here. And it probably won't be able to track with us. A little close, but we're good. I think it's got 3 more missiles in theory. I don't know where they are, though. Whoa! That managed to loop around and almost get me again. That's scary. Second missile launched. Air brakes. Air brakes. Wait for it. Wait for it. Give us some turning. Come on. Hard deflection. Ooh, that was really close. I don't know if flares work against these things, to be entirely honest. I've not been trying. I've just been dodging, but they may well work. There's no reason they wouldn't. And I've still only seen 2 missiles. So, oh, never mind. There's another one. Let's try a little bit more in the way of maneuvering. Oh, no. I don't think we can avoid this one. Brakes. Pull. Oh, no. I mean, we look cool as hell, but it's probably not good for our health. There we go. Okay, we did technically avoid the last one. Can we maybe get this guy with our last dying moments? The missile just flying on by there. Come on. No. Okay, run out of bullets. Why? I mean, I'm kind of fine. You know what I mean? Can we land it like this? Is there any reason not to? This missile is still flying all the way over here, even though it flew past me a long time ago. I wonder how close can we get to it before it hits the ground? Is it... I mean, it'll still be homing, right? But I'm assuming it's just dropping like a stone at this point. There it goes. Look at him go. Oh. What you do if you just see this flying over you, you know? Okay, bring out the air brake. Just lose a little bit of speed. Coming in for a landing. Probably get some fire engines ready on the runway. It's probably necessary. You're just in your cockpit here, just having a nice time. Just like, what is going on back? Oh my god! And then just a nice, calm, collected landing to finish this off. It's actually quite hard to see what's going on. There's just so much fire. But, I mean, it flies really well, so we shouldn't struggle to land, really. It's just a matter of losing enough speed that we can actually reach landing speed. It's got so much idle throttle. Whoa, okay. Suddenly, I had some crazy control issues, but that's not too bad. There we go, touchdown, and to a halt. There we go. Thank you very much, Pi, for this submission, and for whatever this, and it's gone. This has been one of the vehicles of all time. Very fun. Thank you. Moving on. Next up, designed by Greg, we have an X-Wing. And there are some... Oh, gosh. So many controls. We're just going to have to try and figure this one out as we go. But this is really cool looking. I mean, we got a little R2-D2 there. Little Anakin Jim Walker. Good God, this thing is loud. Okay. Right. We have so... Oh. Okay, I've had to turn it down quite a lot. That is a horrible, horrible noise. Interior, we have... An exemption for FDA standards? Okay. A cube. An aptitude test. some Tetris blocks and a solar panel. Lethal voltage on service. Okay, fair enough. Well, there's the interior. And that's what's causing the horrible noise. It's the back massager. Okay, here we go. The throttle is on. I believe we should be able to do vertical takeoff here. Oh, I've just worked it out. We need to have collective on. Right. Okay. They have their collective keys set to very different keys to me. This is... Okay, fair enough. That is what has happened here. We can turn on afterburner effects with full throttle, I think. That's turned off the fly-by-wire there. Now we are moving. I don't even know what that was in a takeoff. I don't think I've quite used it correctly. Now, it's very silent. We got 4 infrared missiles snuck in there that we can use to destroy the Death Star. There's a combat wing mode. Hell yeah, now it's looking cool. That's really what everyone's here for with the X-Wing. No one cares when they're like this. It's like, yeah, you know, that's a cool speeder. It's like, oh, hell yeah. Canopy opening, it feels like a good time to do that. There we go, the canopy opens. That's Jimmy Skywalker getting absolutely destroyed by the atmospheric effects. I don't see any lights, but that's the lights key. And I think that is everything. We can obviously try and shoot down a target drone here because we've got these missiles. And skadoosh. That should be fine. That's a perfect shot. No problems. Yeah, we're good. And apparently it goes ridiculously fast at high altitude. Like, they phrase it actually ridiculous. So we will, we'll see what happens. I was about to say, what pattern are the flares in? It's an X pattern. Crazy. Okay, the speed has just started ticking up quite a lot. We're now closing in rapidly on Mach 2. I'm imagining we are going to vastly exceed Mach 2 by the time that we're done. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just pretty cool, isn't it? We're kind of getting towards space. We're almost at the altitude they said we hit ridiculous speeds at. We're almost at Mach 4 and still accelerating quite quickly. There's now a entry heating cone, well, an exit heating cone, I suppose, forming at the front of the aircraft. We're now closing in on Mach 5. I mean, yep, I would say this is insane speeds. Yeah, definitely. This is quite funny to look down and just watch as... that's where we landed the first plane today, and we are just absolutely launching past it at an unbelievable speed. This is insane. We are approaching Mach 10. 50,000 meters. I don't know if this is ever going to stop accelerating, so I don't really know why I'm still trying. Okay, we're losing a little bit of control. Things are exploding. Things are starting to go horribly wrong. Oh, God. I'm assuming we're overheating somewhat. Just, I have some visual clues that might imply that's the case. Oh, dear. Okay. Yep. At this point, let's just try and make it worse. And this is the X-Wing. We also have some guns. I don't know if that's quite working how it's supposed to right now. Here's the interior at the moment. Well, this is not how I expected things to be going today, but we've lost the we've lost the heating, and we've got some afterburning effects and some vapor trails. We are 90,000 meters above the planet. Can we do anything to control it at this point? No, nothing I do is having any impact on this at all. So, yep, there we go. That's the X-Wing. Thank you so much for that submission. This is really, really cool. But moving on. And finally today, we have the XB2, designed by TerraSwiz, which is meant to look a little bit like one of the prototype boom aircraft, which are currently being developed to work out how to make supersonic aircraft that can go above land again after everybody banned it because they kept blowing up windows and stuff. I believe the real-life prototype only recently broke the sound barrier, like within the last month or so, so this is a very current aircraft if you think about it that way, but let's give it a fly, see what it's like. Yeah, I don't have any controls, so we're just gonna take this thing off. I believe the actual science behind how these quiet supersonic boom aircraft work is pretty cool, I think. And I could be entirely wrong here, but I think my understanding of it is they use pressure in the air to basically emit sound waves when they make their sonic boom in such a way that they bounce off the thicker air towards the lower surface of the atmosphere. And that way, the sound waves get reflected back up and never reach the ground. Kind of how like sonar works with thermal layers underwater, I guess. Now, if that is correct, there's your cool explanation. If that's not correct, I'm sure people will have told you in the comment section below what is the correct answer. But as you can see, it definitely goes supersonic. And to be honest, it looks really cool. I mean, it wouldn't work as a fighter, but if you like shortened this nose back, it would look like some kind of crazy modern fighter. And well, to be fair, you could probably get this to work as a fighter. Yeah, make a fighter out of it. Why not? You won't. And it does fly pretty nicely, if I do say so. I don't know why I was going to say if I do say so myself. Yeah, we got some Rolls-Royce engines in this. Yeah, represent. But yeah, we could all be flying on things that look a little bit like this in, like, 20, 30 years' time. You never know. It could be Boom Supersonic who builds the next 737. Probably not. If I get a chance to fly on one of these, I'd like to. I'd like to go supersonic once in my life. That would be cool as hell. But I am imagining it's going to be very expensive, and I don't have a lot of money. We do not have a modelled interior again. I believe the X-Wing so far is the only thing, well, will be the only thing this episode that had a modelled interior. But obviously, since this is a civilian tech demonstrator, we don't have any weapons to talk about, so you can see it here doing its thing, going the supersonic, and looking incredibly nice as it does so. Let's see if we can build up a little bit more altitude and gain a little bit more speed, because this is still quite low for where this thing would actually be flying. Right, let's turn off the afterburners here, go down to like 67 odd, 70% throttle, and see if we can supercruise at altitude. Well, there you go. Yep, no problem supercruising. We are losing a little bit of speed, but not too much anymore. And, I mean, I don't know why. I just really like the way that this thing looks. It's this top intake, I think. It's just cool. But I'll leave it here, actually. I don't think there's much interest in watching this thing land, so we'll leave you here. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this one, please leave a like, comment, and a subscribe. You can join my Discord in the description below, where you can download any of these craft or submit your own craft for viewing in a future video. You can join in, go to the Submit Your Flyout Creations Here channel and put in a screenshot of your craft with a zip file, and you'll be in for a chance of getting into the next video. But that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. And as always, a huge thank you to YouTube super supporters Cody, Fox, Yoki, Tabzu, Jacob Skarstad, James Norris, SL0, Dr. Notcat, Justin B, Denise F.A. Pollard, Very Bad CGI, Cody Milholland, Femboy Forces, Edwin, Marlon Goiken, Peter Holmes, Peter Seafit, CamJam135, Stug3, and Terra. And a huge thanks to all the regular tier supporters too.